I left North Carolina for Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, to camp with friends and visit a place I had never been. Harpers Ferry is at the confluence of the Shenandoah River, the Potomac River, the C O Canal, and major rail lines. I passed through here last year on Amtrak and always wanted to come visit in the RV. Harpers Ferry has enough for any history buff to keep them busy for a week. On the road again? No, I'm not going to be singing for you, but I am on a new road trip. On this trip, I'm going to be taking you all the way to Canada. I'll be touring Harpers Ferry today and getting a few shots there, and we'll see where this trip leads. They have a nice little swing out here next to the camping area at Pathfinders farm. This farm runs a distillery. One of their products, they distill their whiskey and bourbon from a special red corn of some kind. I'll have to get a little more information on that, but it's a pretty special operation. They gave me a little taste last night, and I didn't have anything with me as far as beer or wine or whiskey or anything like that, so I bought a bottle from them. That'll be a little something to sip on as I do my travels. I came through here twice about a year ago on the Amtrak going to Chicago and from Chicago back to DC. So it's always fun to be in a place in the RV where I've also been by train. I'll have to total them up one of these days. 3 come to mind right off the bat. Here, Galesburg, I think Indiana, Whitefish, I believe, in Montana. Well, it's quiet this morning, but later on today, when things open up, I'm sure it'll be a busy place down here. Lots of little cafes, bars, and restaurants, places to eat at. If you come early enough to get a parking place at the Amtrak depot, and off to your right here, there's a trail that leads off over the bridge into the park. John Brown's monument here, and up on the hill there is a church. We'll go visit that shortly. But first, while we're downtown here, let's see if we can find the bridge out across the river. I guess they closed those steps down, maybe for safety reasons. But you walk under the overpass here, and I guess we have to circle around to the right to get up onto the bridge, or maybe this way. And of course, nobody stays on the path. But I'm gonna be nice and stay on the gravel. Oh, I see now. They closed the steps to make a handicap-friendly entrance. So if my geography is right, this would be the Shenandoah River coming in here, and that would be the Potomac River over there. We'll confirm that later to see if I'm right, but this is the overlook right at the point of the confluence. This is the Potomac River coming in here, and that is in fact the Shenandoah River, so I was right. We are here. 8-mile loop. I don't think I'm going on the Appalachian Trail. Maryland Heights 6.5-mile loop. I don't think I'm doing a 6.5-mile walk, but I imagine I can do the 2-mile loop along the river here. We'll see. But right now it's across the bridge for views of the river. So this is officially part of the Appalachian Trail here. I can't imagine walking all the way here from Georgia or from Maine, or doing the entire trail. Maybe when I was younger that would have been possible. You gotta be brave to get out there far enough to put those locks on. What fool uses a combination lock for a lock of love? That means you can come out, dial in the combination, and take it off when you break up. There's 2 more people that don't get it. Just came down the steps from the bridge up there, and this is where you can choose whether you want to do the canal towpath, the Appalachian Trail, north or south. As a YouTuber, I enjoy watching YouTube videos. Too many people walk around with the camera pointing in their face like this. I would prefer to point the camera away from me and point it at what I'm looking at, so you can have your own trip and not be watching my trip. This is my trip. I want to turn the camera around and let you see what I see and enjoy seeing it for yourself. Your own trip, having your own trip, having your own experiences. And instead of having a running dialogue about everything, I'll just play some music and let you look at everything and enjoy it instead of me talking. I hope that works out for you. Well, I apologize for the train still running in the background. This is the best viewpoint of the river so far. And you can see up on the hill is an old abandoned hotel, if I understand it correctly. I've seen some other videos and information about it. Appears to be not open and in a bit of disrepair right now. This is the best view we've got of the Shenandoah River coming in. These steps have me huffing and puffing. If you're from the South or know, this is called poke salad. And as a kid, we used to pick the leaves and sell them to the old people who would cook them up as greens or use them for salad. I've never eaten any, but the purple berries, when they're ripe, will sure stain your hands. The church is open on weekends, but not weekdays. So I have to come back another day to see inside. The view of the town from the church. Well, it says 0.1 mile to Jefferson Rock. I may be able to make it that far, or that may just be to the trailhead. I had heard it was a 2-mile hike up to Jefferson Rock, and I said, no way. May be pretty, but I'm not going to make it. Some jerk left their breakfast out here, I guess thinking they were going to be feeding the wildlife, but that's just wrong. I did, however, make it to Jefferson Rock. There's not a view from here to speak of, but if you come up this way, maybe in afternoon, late afternoon, you'd get better light from the west. Sign says no parking or standing anytime. Well, I'm going to stand here for a few minutes because there's a perfectly cool breeze kind of funneled right between the buildings, right in my face, and it feels perfect. I didn't really tour any of the historical places yesterday, so I'll try to do that today. On a cooler day, this would be a great place to hike and walk and everything like that, but it's going to be 90 degrees today, and I'm already feeling kind of worn out from all of the activities that I did yesterday. and had a pretty miserable night last night. Boondocked at a Harvest Host farm with no power, no air conditioning. Just about exhausted my battery running the AC to get the humidity out of the air and all. I don't know if that's a functioning railroad still. I doubt it. Maybe I'll find out some information later. Water looks nice, makes me want to hop in. Got some geese out there on the rocks.
This is a musket. It is also a flintlock. We can also have a flintlock that is also a rifle. All right, half-cock firelock. Handle cartridge. At this time, paper tube inside of which would have been gunpowder and a ball. And he's gonna bite it open so we can expose the gunpowder. Today, it's just gunpowder. There's no bullet in there. Prime, shut pan. Charge with cartridge. Ram down cartridge. Return, rammer. Shoulder, firelock. Poise, firelock. Take, ready. Take, aim. Fire!
That's all for this trip.